Insta360 just dropped what I think is the most versatile and probably the best small wireless system for creators out there because of what you can do with it. But before we go out and try these in the real world, you need to know what sets these apart from any other mic system on the market. And it's not the e-ink display, it's not that they record internal 32-bit float audio, which they do, and it's not that they have like some of the best battery life, like 10 hours of battery life per unit, and then you can recharge them in this charging case twice each, so you can get up to 30 hours total between everything, which is insane. And it's also not the fact that they direct connect to current Insta360 cameras like the Ace Pro 2, the Go Ultra, the X5, the X4 Air, and the upcoming Luna. So if you don't want to handle or don't want to mess with any receivers or anything like that, you can directly connect it to the camera just like you could with the Mic Air, the Insta360 launch. And it's also not the 400-meter range that Insta360 says these mics have, which is insane. Like, that's an insane amount of range. You're talking 1,200 feet. So obviously, not only do having little wireless mics like this give you a whole lot of range, all of that is cool. But what sets these apart is the fact that Insta360 engineered these with 3 different microphones built into this little unit, and a lot more functionality than that. But using these 3 mics, it opens up a world of possibilities on how you can use this system. And just so we're clear, Insta360 did send these to me, but they're not paying for or sponsoring this video in any other way. So what's really cool about this is, like a lot of the other small microphones, you can mount the receiver up to your cold shoe or your hot shoe. And there is an accessory coming that will allow you to go straight into Sony cameras through the multi-interface hot shoe on the top, so you won't have to worry about little wires or anything like that. Can't wait to try that out. But they also gave you a cold shoe up here, which means then you can also set one of these mics in the top. That you might think is a little bit ridiculous, but we'll get to why that is super cool. It has this nice little bright OLED display. You can go in here and change a bunch of the settings. Now, because they have the 3 different microphones and you can set up different microphone patterns, which we'll run through in just a sec, it means you can set this up on top of your camera like a shotgun mic. And now, because I set the microphone on the cardioid direction, it now basically acts like a mini shotgun mic on top of this, the A7 IV that I'm using right now, which is super handy if you're, wanting to have the versatility of both, but not wanting to take all of the extra stuff with you. Definitely gives you a little bit easier time to be able to do that. But because they have this 3 microphone array and beamforming technology, you can do a couple of different ways of setting up the microphone. So you can do an Omni Directional pattern, which is what you're listening to right now. So if I move around the camera, the sound essentially shouldn't change no matter where I am. Should be pretty even all the way around the whole camera. If you just want to pick up kind of everything all around you, you can do that. You can do the super voice, the voice focused pattern, which is a hyper directional and gets rid of all the noise from behind, or pretty much all the noise from behind. Now here you can't mess with the noise reduction settings, but check out how intense it is when you go around the backside of the camera. So as I move around to the side, like, my voice should fall off really quickly, and obviously, like, you barely can hear it here, like, hardly hear it at all. And then as I come back around the front, like, it starts getting a lot better. As soon as I'm back in the front, you get that nice voice, direct voice sound again. But it's incredibly incredible how much noise and sound it blocks from the rear. You can do a cardioid pattern, which is directional from the front. So right now I'm talking to the camera. Obviously, should be great sound. But as I move around to the side, you can hear that the sound starts to disappear pretty quickly and gets real quiet when I get around to the back of the camera. You can still hear it a little bit, but not great. And then if I start moving back around to the side, it starts to come back into view. And as I get around to the front of the camera, obviously it gets a lot better. And you can do a figure 8, which gives you front and back. So if you're interviewing somebody, super useful. So as I'm doing this, like, it should sound pretty decent. And then as I walk around to the side, it should get quite a bit quieter. And then as I come around to the rear, it should pick back up and you should be able to hear it a little bit better. Then we'll keep coming around, it should drop off again. And then as I come back around to the front, like, there you go. So if you're doing something where you're talking to somebody on the front of the camera and you also need to hear yourself on the behind the camera, super useful, which again gets into the versatility of this little system because you can use it like a miniature shotgun mic on the camera as well as a lapel system, which, speaking of lapel systems, it's Mic Pro, right? So that means you should be able to plug in a lavalier or a lav mic, which is my favorite way to use these kind of systems, and have it be a little more hidden, a little more internal. So when I first saw the system, I was kind of like, okay, you call it a Pro, but you don't have a way of doing a lapel mic. But then Insta360, you can see this has a little USB-C port, and they have a little USB-C adapter with a lapel, and this is a locking connector, which is super cool. Plug it into that, and then suddenly you have a lapel system. And now I'm using the Insta360 lapel with the Insta360 mic right here, but it's hidden under my jacket. Now, you probably want to do some things like tape it off and stuff to make sure that the noise is minimal when you do this, but the fact that you can do this and not have a visible mic. Now, it also does do things like sync with your camera, turning on and off. So if you turn your camera off, the system shuts down, and you power your camera back on, have a second, and the system powers back on, so you don't have to worry about losing battery power. Now, that's just for the receiver side. The transmitter side, that stays on regardless, and you can set how long you want that to go before it powers off. You have this really nice touchscreen that you can swipe around and make lots of changes to pretty much everything, or you can plug it into your phone using USB-C, and through the app you can adjust and change everything through the app, which is also how you change your logo or whatever you have on the e-ink display. And a very useful thing that they've done is giving you can set the levels manually and have it be 100% manual, or you can set it to where it automatically kind of keeps it from clipping, which is what I've been doing pretty much through this whole video. That wind is still a little chilly. Or you can have it set to auto kind of adjust the level for you as you get closer, farther away from camera, or say you put the microphone on somebody who's really quiet, or there's, it'll kind of auto level those things out. On the topic of noise canceling, this is me driving in the car with the lapel on under my jacket. Probably not the best place because it's probably getting rubbed by my seatbelt a lot, but yeah. Now I'm going to switch to where the unit is actually just on my jacket like it should be. See how the noise canceling does with that. Now this is me driving with no noise canceling on at all, just the unit sitting here. Let me switch to the first level of noise reduction. Now this is me with the first level of noise reduction, or weak noise reduction, but there's another level that it has as well, which will be strong. So let's try that out. And now this is me with the strong level of noise reduction on, which generally I don't like, but because Insta360's put a specialized noise reduction AI chip in this system, it actually does really well. And by the way, I've also had this microphone on the Cardioid pickup pattern, so it's a little more focused toward me, not just everything around me. And this is me with the lapel on the weak noise reduction, which is cool that you can add noise reduction on even with the lapel, because a lot of times you can't do that. And then this is me with the lapel on with the strong noise reduction setting, which honestly, I've been blown away by how good it sounds. Usually you can really tell when noise reduction kicks in. It doesn't sound good at all, and I usually hate it. But of any of the systems that I've ever tried, this is by far the most usable built-in noise reduction I've ever heard on any system ever. Now, 32-bit float internal recording is nothing new on these small wireless systems. It's been being done for a while, but Insta360 has done something nobody else has done with that. So one of the coolest things is that if you're using the internal 32-bit recording, which this has, you can also set it to record in stereo because it has that microphone array. So right now, feeding into the camera is actually the cardioid pattern with the weak noise reduction because there's some noise around me. There's a waterfall on each side of this bridge. But because I've got the noise reduction on and because of what it's outputting the camera is that cardioid pattern, aka like the shotgun mic on the camera, it's giving you a good clean audio sound without as much of the waterfall. But if we switch to the stereo track, the internally recorded track that I pulled out later in post, this is what you're getting, which is super cool. So if you're somebody who wants to capture, ASMR or just get that kind of sound field to get a little bit more realism of where you are, then this is really cool. And the nice thing is, it's super easy to get that file off. You just plug the unit directly into USB-C, and you can pull the file straight off of the microphone, and you've got this 32-bit stereo audio. You could also record in mono 32-bit if you want to, but for me, the stereo is just awesome to get some of that soundscape that you actually want to have when you're out there doing stuff in, cool locations. Now, Insta360 also includes voice presets. So what you've been hearing in this video up to this point has been this standard preset, but there's 2 other presets depending on the type of voice you might be recording. Like this is the full voice preset, which gives you a boost in the lower mids and makes the voice sound maybe a little deeper, a little fuller than it normally would. So this could be useful if you're recording somebody that has a little bit of a thinner voice. And then you have the bright tone preset, which could be useful if you're hiding the microphone underneath clothing, or if you have somebody with a thicker, darker sounding voice that you want to brighten up a little bit and make it a little bit clearer and a little bit more easy to understand. Could be very useful. Among the pro level features that Insta360 has packed into this microphone system is the fact that once they release the hot shoe for Sony, or the hot shoe adapter for Sony cameras, it will support 4-channel audio. And yes, this system does support up to 4 transmitters to 1 receiver. So that means you can record directly to your Sony camera 4 separate channels of 4 different transmitters. So if you're doing interviews or anything like that with, a panel of people, that is super useful. But that also means that you can send up to 2 of these receiver transmitters to up to 4 of the receivers. So you could send 2 transmitters to up to 4 different cameras and have your audio synced across the board. Super cool and extremely useful if you do a lot of commercial projects with multi-camera setups, or you do a lot of projects where you're going to film a lot of people and you need to be able to get a lot of audio in individually so that you can work with the audio files in post. And there's also timecode. So if you connect to the receiver with the app, it will set the timecode on the receiver to be the exact same time as what's on your phone. Super useful, and I can't wait to see how that develops. And by now you're probably wondering, how much does this system cost? Well, if you want to get just a transmitter, it's about $100. You can pair that directly to any of the latest generation of Insta360 cameras. If you want to get the charging case, 2 transmitters, a receiver, then that's going to run you about $330 US, and you can buy the 4 transmitter, 1 receiver kit for $530 basically, and then there are, care plans to take care of it in case anything happens. Now, there are, of course, links in the description if you want to buy them. They're affiliate links. They help me out, and I do appreciate it when you use those links. I love it when a brand pushes the envelope and includes new features that nobody's thought of yet in things like this, because the tools we have available to us as creators now are just pretty freaking incredible. Even compared to like 5 or 6 years ago, it's pretty amazing. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But next, you're going to want to watch this video right here. I'll see you over there. As always, if you have questions, you can ask me in the comments below, or you can join my live stream, which happens most Wednesday nights at 4 p.m. Alaska time, 8 p.m. Eastern, where we can have more of a conversation. I can answer questions that I maybe didn't get to in this video. I'll see you again soon in the next one. Cheers.